I'm here in the Latin room with upper school students in 9th through 12th grades who are in all 4 levels of upper school Latin. And I'd love to hear from you. What do you enjoy about Latin? What have you learned from Latin?
Latin for me has really changed how I see certain things, like especially in Washington, D.C. when I went there. They had a bunch of monuments and lots of Latin on those, and I was able to understand those because I took Latin.
That's great. Who else? Yeah, Daniel.
So just in Latin 5 and all throughout upper school Latin, I really enjoyed like the deep history and also just the thinkers that we've read through and studied, just understanding a lot of the stuff that's similar to today in our politics and just how some ideals are really similar in the governments of Roman America.
Thank you. Henry?
I feel like it's really improved my ability to draw connections and sense patterns. There's a lot of endings, so like the ability to recognize them and that sort of thing.
Ability to think and, critically. That's great. Yeah. There we go.
I would say that Latin has made me a more active learner, I think, both in and out of the classroom. It's been a lot of fun this year to search for Latin phrases that we hear in English, just in everyday speech.
That's great. Latin class is not a place you can hide, right? You have to be active and involved. Yeah.
Latin really helps me out in other subjects such as humanities, where we have vocabulary quizzes, and a lot of times you'll be able to tell what the word means based on the Latin root, and that is really helpful.
It's great. Yeah.
Latin's helped me with humanities as well because of the grammar and like the cases that we learn in the declensions, and also in modern culture you kind of hear a lot of the phrases from Latin that they use, sometimes even in slang. So yeah.
Good. Carly, you were going to say?
Yeah, well, it's really helped me over the years with self-discipline and like memorization, because we'll have routine quizzes with Mrs. Steele and learning that. And like Abigail said, we have to become more active learners.
Good. Yeah.
So Latin has helped me improve my comprehensive skills a little bit because we've been taking it for so long, and it just helps me to like not get flustered when I come across something that's harder to comprehend or a big problem that I have to overcome.
That's interesting. So a habit of mind, really, that, carries through to other studies in life. Yeah. Franklin?
Yeah, I was going to say it enhances my vocabulary a lot, where I can use the phrases that we learn and the abbreviations in my writing, and really gives me the edge over other people, where I can have it more fluid and make my writing that much better.
Yeah. How many of you have taken the SAT? Did you value your Latin when you were taking the SAT? Yeah, that vocabulary strength. Yeah, that's great. Luke?
Yeah, so I guess I can share like a small, quick anecdote. Looking back to like when I was in Latin 2 in 9th grade and compared to Latin 5 now, I've seen just the growth that's happened thanks to Miss Steele through her drilling and quizzes and all that. And that kind of makes me appreciate the classical education we get here at Trinity. It's definitely important, and Latin is a huge part of that.
Great. Ian?
I think for me, personally, confidence. A lot of times when we're doing translation, you have to just say something, you have to be afraid. You have to be able to not be afraid to get your answer wrong. Yeah. I think Miss Steele is great about explaining to us what we did wrong and how we can improve in the future.
Thanks.
I would say Latin helps me because sometimes we have to teach in front of the class and like take the lead, which in other classes we don't have the chance to do. But in Latin we can like take the lead in translating and help other students.
Great.
I think Latin has helped me the most in my vocabulary and just growing my knowledge of words, since it's like almost the most classical language and a lot of languages come from it. I just know a lot more about language because of it.
That's great. Yeah. Well, I think everyone had a chance to share. Thank you so much for coming and sharing, and may your tribe increase. More Latin students at Trinity School. Non nobis.